Hey guys, Basketball here with another video. Today we're going to be talking about this kayak trip I went on. It's a pretty cool trip. We got to go to Lake Redmond. It's about 2 hours away from where I live. It's pretty cool. It's a big old reservoir in a sense. Our aunt and uncle live there, so we got to spend the weekend with them. Went fishing, hiking, all the fun stuff. That was a really cool lake though, because it was very shallow at some points and very, very deep at other points. It's an interesting lake, and the cooler part that I saw was that they drained the lake, so you could actually see some of well, not fully drained it, but they drained about 10 to 20 feet of the water, so it was pretty shallow. But you could actually see, like, what it looked like, and you're finding all these cool fishing lures. But it was really cool from the perspective that you could see, like, oh, this area isn't that deep. Oh, this area is that deep. Just cool stuff like that you'd never known without that happening. So we went on a pretty cool weekend. I brought my little kayak, as you can see, the K1 Challenger. You can find that on Amazon, retailing for $62.99. Really recommend it. It's an awesome little kayak. Yeah, budget, anything. Yeah, even just to play around in, it's good. So future plans. This week we are heading down to our grandparents' house, South Carolina, bass fishing. That should be just amazing. Week after that, heading to Smith Mountain Lake in Virginia. Again, should be awesome. Tons of fishing. We'll be targeting striper down there, which should be just amazing. We'll be heading out and fishing for like 5. Just dropping really heavy, pretty much big shad on a big weight, dropping it down to like 50 feet and just bouncing it. In the morning, I'll probably go fishing there. That'll look really cool. In my grandma's house, we'll be going fishing at like all the ponds around there. We might even go fishing on a professional bass boat, which we sometimes do. What else do we have after that? After that, we go to our friend's house in North Carolina, and I probably won't be doing too much fishing or videos there because it's just friends and there's not a whole lot of fishing opportunities. After that, we go home and pretty much chill for a while. And then we go back out to fish in Tennessee. And in Tennessee, we have fishing on a professional bass boat, tournament style. It's actually really, really fun. Big fish. My personal best is like 1.5 pounds. Going back to me fishing on the kayak. When my cousin Connor, we got to actually go out kayak fishing, or we got to go fishing on a farm pond 2 or 3 days before this, and my brother never caught a fish before, and his friend owns a farm pond, and it was really cool because my brother got to catch his first bass. It was awesome. We were fishing with a little worm on a shaky head jig. I don't know why, but we were out of hooks because, that's us. So we were so desperate, we used a shaky head jig, and he literally dropped it in the water because he saw a fish, and the bass just took it, and I grabbed the tip of his rod and flipped the bass onto the dock, and he was going crazy, and it was awesome. And then my cousin, who was fishing for, like, monstrous bluegill with, like, little super light, like, trout stuff and, like, 4-pound line, he hooked I believe it was a 4-pound bass. It was just sick. The rod was about to break. It was crazy. But it was so cool. We went kayaking there a little bit. There wasn't a good video because it was so windy. But yeah, it was just a really cool time there. It was a lot of fishing, a lot of hiking. We actually hiked through the woods to get to the one spot we went kayaking. I had to carry a kayak about half a mile through the woods, which is like, oh, half a mile, you're fine. But when you're walking up and down the woods, it's a little chaotic, if you know what I mean. So that was really fun. Right now we have wrestling camp. So it's just insane. But hopefully you guys like this video. If you do, I'll see you next time on the channel. And be sure to like and subscribe. See ya down fishing.